Do you ever just feel like your life is just ticking? Not sticking to anything or anyone, or not a thing you do is right, but you're not even good at doing wrong? When you lie in bed and the ceiling is a fuzzy expanse above you that's as empty as your stomach, and your eyes are filled with tears that are ashamed they can't fall because you don't even have anything worth crying about. And you toss and turn and worry yourself sick, and you almost wish you were sick so you wouldn't have to face another empty day. And you walk to school or to work or whatever, and you realize your heart has dropped into your shoes and leapt into your mouth, and it's torn itself apart, and how do you go back from there? And on top of everything, those were your favorite shoes. And you worry that you'll die alone. And the comforting fact that everyone does and everyone dies is cold comfort, and you shiver to have that suspicion on your skin, and you shut yourself off from the world you once loved and delve deep into anger and grief and remorse, and there's no way to claw your way back to the sun of a glorious day. Even surrounded by people who love you, you feel yourself pushing away. It's not that you're too damaged. You know, there's far more out there, more damaged and happier, which just doesn't seem fair. If that malicious little voice in the back of your brain gets her say. And she will. So you crawl even deeper, curl in on yourself till there's barely a shadow of who you once were, and the eyes in the mirror burn. You go through the motions of a normal life. You laugh and fight and play and weep, and you never let anyone know that you're empty inside. And it hurts just to think it. It might kill you to say it. And the monster inside you rails against these close confines, and you tighten your grip because the last thing you need is a volcano's worth of emotions bubbling and roiling and exploding from you with as much deadly force as magma, and with about as much consideration for those around you. You flip the pillow over and dry your eyes on the sheets and pray quietly, I will follow where you lead. But can you light the path? It's dark and impassable, and I'm lost. I'm lost, and lonely, and alone, and hurt, and scared, and all that fills the emptiness and caves it in until you're left with a prayer. A prayer that spirals up into a dark, heartless night and is heard by no one. And not only does it go unheard, but no one cared enough to stop and listen. So you build yourself a wall around your heart, and you bury the foundations deep in your empty guts. And that wall is surrounded by barbed wire which rips and tears in your soft insides, but at least that's a thing you can feel. And those people who love you and who you pushed away, they start noticing that you don't smile anymore. You run the loneliness out of your fingers and drink the despair to a dull roar. Sometimes you forget to eat and you chastise yourself because that won't help anyone, least of all you. The last thing you need is more bait for the terriers to worry at you, your guts tearing further until you leave a blood trail everywhere you go, terriers sniffing after you. All around you, those people who love you fuss and flutter and don't know how to fix you, and you can't explain that you're broken beyond fixing. Your head is broken. Your heart is broken. You're empty.